Loglini, on the bone-chilling dawn of March 1, 1896, with the fate of an ancient empire on the line, Emperor Menelik II stands before his vast united army, transforming their silent dread into a roaring collective will to fight for their very existence. EXT Adwa mountain pass Bradw in March 1, 1896. The cold is a living presence, a relentless enemy in itself. It cuts through the thick wool and leather of the thousands of huddled Ethiopian warriors. A dense fog, smelling of damp earth and wood smoke, clings to the rocky slopes. The only sounds are the ragged breaths of men, the nervous chomp of horses, and the faint, metallic clink of a rifle being loaded. A young Oromo messenger, his face a mask of exhaustion, weaves through the silent camp. His bare feet are numb, but he ignores the pain. He passes clusters of soldiers who look like specters in the pre-dawn gloom. We see the stark diversity, his seasoned Amhara rifleman with a long, graying beard, his hand trembling slightly as he clutches his Martini Henry, a fierce, young Tigray cavalryman, his eyes glinting with a mix of fear and fury. A stalwart Gurj warrior, his face painted with ochre, his spear gripped so tightly his knuckles are white. They are from different lands, speak different tongues, but in their shared silence, they are one. The messenger reaches a large, crimson tent, its entrance guarded by two colossal and moving guards. He gives a swift, low bow and disappears inside. In Emperor Menelik's tent, a continuous. The air is slightly warmer, heavy with the scent of coffee and dried herbs. Emperor Menelik II sits on a low stool, not in a throne, but in the heart of the mud. He is studying a crude map spread on a worn goatskin, his powerful hands tracing the valleys and passes. His face is weary, lined with the weight of a nation. Empress Taytu Betul stands behind him, a sword at her hip, her gaze fixed on the map. She is a queen, but also a warrior, and her presence fills the tent with an unyielding resolve. General Ras Makanan, kneeling beside Menelik, speaks in a low, grim whisper. Center Ras Makanan, the center greater than voice low, strain greater than the scouts confirm their main column is advancing through the Abagarima Pass. They believe our divisions are a sign of weakness, Your Majesty. They anticipate a rout. Menelik's finger stops on the map. He doesn't look up. Center Menelik, a center greater than let them anticipate. We will show them that our divisions are not weakness, but a single, unbreakable fist. Empress Taytu places a hand on his shoulder, a gesture that is both a comfort and an order to hold firm. Center Taytu, center greater than they come to take our land, our faith, our very name. They will not take it. The young messenger enters, his body trembling, not from cold, but from adrenaline. Center Oromo messenger of center greater than Your Majesty, the northern flank is ready. Ras Alula's forces are in position. The scouts report the Italians' advance has begun. Menelik stands, a quiet giant. He looks at Taytu, a silent moment of shared history and purpose passing between them. Then he looks to the tent flap. Center Menelik, a center greater than the time for waiting is over. Sound the drums, and the people of Ethiopia there has come. X, mountain path, DW and continuous. Menelik emerges from the tent. The first, brilliant sliver of sun breaks over the horizon, casting a stark, golden light on his face. The thousands of scattered soldiers, seeing him, grow still. The whispers die. The silence is now absolute, heavy with the fate of a nation. Menelik raises a small, wooden crucifix high above his head. The light catches it, making it glow. Center Menelik, a center. His voice starts as a low rumble, then swells to a roar that echoes across the valley. Greater than my people. Look upon the dawn. Do you see the sun rising over our home? They come to take that sun from us, to put a shadow over our land and a chain around our necks. They believe we are a people of the past, with no place in their modern world. A low growl, like a stirring beast, ripples through the ranks. Center Menelik, a center greater than, but they do not know the heart of Ethiopia. They do not know the spirit of our ancestors that lives in every one of you today. We are not Amhara, or Oromo, or Tigrayan. We are a single nation, a single family, fighting for our mothers, our children, our very right to breathe free air. He lowers the crucifix and points a steady, and yielding finger toward the eastern pass where the enemy waits. Center Menelik, center, let them come. Let them feel the wrath of a free people. Today, we do not defend a kingdom, we defend our soul forward. For God and country. A visceral, thunderous roar erupts from the Ethiopian lines. It is not just a shout. It is a primal cry of a people ready to die. Men raise their rifles, cavalry draw their sabers, and spearmen pound their chests. Tears stream down the faces of some, not of fear, but of righteous rage. Empress Taytu, a queen ready for battle, pulls her own sword from its sheath with a chilling sheen. The women warriors of her guard follow suit, their movements a synchronized promise of death. The rhythmic boom 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 of war drums begins, followed by the piercing blare of horns. Menelik mounts his horse, his eyes burning with a holy fire. He raises his sword. And the entire army, a human tidal wave of steel and spirit, begins to move. The camera pans out, showing the mass of humanity flowing down the hillsides, a river of defiant flesh and blood. The sun rises higher, its rays glinting off thousands of raised bayonets and spears. A forest of light preparing to meet the darkness, fade to black.